Hello viewers of the National Television, welcome to this English News Edition. I'm Fabien Nyonizigiye. Here are top stories. The new administrator of Chibitoke Commune in Bujumbura Province was inaugurated this Wednesday. President Evariste Ndayishimiye, who attended the ceremony, urged the leaders to set example in development projects. And all farmers must mark their fields before planting during this growing season. This was announced by Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye this Wednesday during a meeting he held in capital of Burunga Province for leaders from various sectors, including entrepreneurs and religious leaders. Details are available in this news edition. As I said, the President of the Republic, Evariste Ndayishimiye, officially presented the new administrator of Chibitoke Commune in Bujumbura Province on Wednesday. The head of state urged the leaders to be examples in development projects in order to achieve the vision of Burundi as a developed country. Jackson Irakoze for more details.
During the celebrations to officially introduce the new administrator of Chibitoke Municipality, the governor of Bujumbura Province, in his welcoming speech to the guests, stated that Chibitoke Commune is one of the 4 out of 11 communes that make up the province. At the handover ceremony, he highlighted that Bujumbura Province shares borders with the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. He urged the citizens to remain vigilant and maintain peace and security. In his speech, President Evariste Ndayishimiye began by imparting lessons to citizens on the importance of hard work to achieve better living standards and development. He emphasized that citizens should work diligently to progress, remembering their journey since 2005 and continuing their development path. The president also encouraged citizens to engage in various manual jobs like agriculture, carpentry, construction, pottery, teaching, and medicine, stressing that all these jobs are equally valuable and interdependent. Afterward, the president officially introduced the new administrator of Chibitoke Commune, who pledged to serve the citizens collaboratively, listening to them and guiding them towards national development. The president urged the leaders to set a good example for the citizens, be close to them, listen to them, and help them find solutions to their problems so that the nation can achieve its development vision. In conclusion, the president promised the residents of Lugombo clean water from underground to help them protect themselves against diseases caused by pollution.
The Burundian Senate convened in plenary session this Wednesday in Gitega, the political capital, to analyze and adopt the loan agreement for development of National Road Number 16 Phase 2 between the government of the Republic of Burundi and the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa. Evariste Nyonkuru once more.
The activities of Burundian Senate chamber scheduled for this Wednesday were presided over by its Speaker Gervais Ndirakobucha. The session focused on the analysis of the draft law regarding the adoption of a loan agreement between Burundi and a funding institution to support the construction project of the National Road Number 16, specifically the second segment, which includes the Mutambara-Bururi and the Kibaya-Mngeya sections. The government representative at the Senate was the minister in charge of infrastructure, Jean-Claude Nzobaneza. The minister highlighted that this project aims to connect the political capital city, Gitega, to the southern provinces of the country, particularly Rumonge City, located on the shores of Lake Tanganyika. In essence, this project will link regions dominated by agriculture to those dominated by tourism. Furthermore, the minister emphasized that this project will facilitate transportation of passengers and goods, thereby fostering development. Regarding concerns about the second segment's road surface, Minister Jean-Claude Nzobaneza confirmed that it would be macadamized just like the first segment. Senators inquired about the role of the National Road Agency, ARB, French acronym, in the implementation of this project. Minister Jean-Claude Nzobaneza explained that ARB is responsible for the road construction and supervises the execution of these works. To this end, ARB provides reports to the government and the partners involved in this project. After a thorough analysis of the draft law, the Burundian Senate unanimously adopted it.
From Gitega to Burunga province, farmers must draw counter lands in their fields before sowing during this growing season. This was announced on Wednesday by Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye during the meeting he held in the capital of Burunga province for leaders from various sectors, including entrepreneurs and religious leaders. Details with Joe Morinda Jambo.
The Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye reminded the participants that no country can develop without exploiting the land. This implies that agriculture and the livestock must be improved, saying that that is why the government of Burundi has put in place many measures to facilitate farmers in increasing their production. These measures include, among others, the provision of fertilizers to more than 60% of the payment. The Prime Minister has ordered that in order to increase the yield of the fertilizers, every farmer must cut the weeds in the field before sowing seeds in this field. Administrative officials at all levels are urged to sensitize the population on the implementation of this program. The Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye also presented some of the measures that the government has taken to facilitate everyone working in the field of agriculture and livestock, as well as environment protection, so that field becomes the foundation of sustainable development. These include, among others, provision land to those who need it to cultivate so that no hill is left uncultivated, granting loans to those working in the agricultural sector, and giving incentives to those who import new equipment or seeds from abroad. Some of the questions raised by the participants include the corn harvest that was not marketed. The Prime Minister replied that they are working on this issue, saying that they will find a solution soon. Such meetings are scheduled to take place in other provinces nationwide.
Prime Minister also held a meeting this Wednesday for administrators and stakeholders in the agricultural sector in Gitega province. The objective of the meeting was to deliver guidelines for a cropping season and the guidelines for boosting production in the agricultural and pastoral sector. Evariste Nyonguru.
This meeting, organized by the Burundian Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye alongside the Minister in charge of Environment, Agriculture and Livestock, gathered the administratives within the Gitega province, including the governor of the province, administrators and the zone chiefs, responsible of agriculture and livestock on the scale of province and the communes, the leaders of ruling party CNDD-FDD, investors, as well as representatives of religious denominations. The conversation focused on the decision made by the government of Burundi in the framework of boosting productivity in the sectors of agriculture and livestock. This includes also environment protection through planting trees on mountains, beekeeping to increase the production of honey. To this end, the government of Burundi made a decision aiming at facilitating the investors in those sectors. During this meeting, the Burundian Prime Minister highlighted the orientation to the administratives about this upcoming agricultural season. He said that every farmer is supposed to make terraces along their farming grounds. He mentioned also that no farmer will be supplied with the fertilizer if the head of hill and the agricultural monitor don't confirm that the farmer has made terraces within his farming land. The hygiene and the cleanliness is essential in the development of the country. In this instance, the administratives were urged to sensitize citizens to maintain them. They were called on to do so in line with the law combating the poor hygiene, implying fines against any complaints with this law. Moreover, the administratives were sensitized to supervision of offering of bills to the customers, so that the taxes and duties may enter in the public treasury. Different queries raised by the participants in the meeting were answered by the Burundian Prime Minister Nestor Ntahontuye.
Victims of the Gatumba floods now gathered in Gateli, Burkina Faso commune, particularly pregnant women, are calling for special medical follow-up. Most of these displaced people are suffering from malaria, urinary tract infections, and parasitic disease. Emma Gloria Ishimwe.
The Gateri site, located in Bukinanyana commune of Bujumbura province, is currently hosting displaced families from Gatumba who were recently affected by flooding in the area. At present, most of the displaced are suffering from malaria, urinary infections, and parasitic diseases among children. Despite free medical care being provided by the World Health Organization and the NGO Global Community Development Burundi, according to Dr. Huguette Niragira, head of the Gateri Health Post, services available include internal medicine for adults, laboratory testing, and a pharmacy. She adds that in the event of complicated cases, an ambulance is called to transfer patients to a hospital, since the site only operates a mobile clinic with no capacity for hospitalization. Pregnant women are requesting regular prenatal care, particularly ultrasound scans and vaccinations on site. The Gateri camp now hosts 1,024 households.
And to end this news, this Wednesday, the screening campaign for congenital heart disease for children concluded, an initiative that is a part of the celebration of the World Heart Day, which is celebrated every September 29th. Took place at Kamenge Military Hospital. Dr. Constante Nyamuzangula, president of the Burundian Cardiology Association, indicated that they chose this hospital because it has been treating children with congenital heart disease since the beginning of this year. Details with Maris Mohigwe.
Activities for World Heart Day 2025 included the screening for heart disease in children aged 1 to 15. This activity took place at Kamenge Military Hospital and lasted 3 days. Dr. Constante Nyamuzangula, president of the Burundi Association of Cardiologists, indicated that they chose to celebrate the World Heart Day at Kamenge Military Hospital because it already has a congenital heart disease treatment center. The director of Kamenge Military Hospital, Dr. Mark Nimburanila, stated that the campaign went well. He also stated that this campaign is an opportunity to see how to help children in need. Dr. Mark Nimburanila, Director General of Military Hospital of Kamenge, also stated that in collaboration with the cardiology center located at this hospital, they have already operated 60 children since the beginning of the year, and they expect to reach a total of 50 children with the congenital heart disease by the end of this year.
Well, end of this news edition. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching our programs. Bye-bye.